Alright, now that I'm on easy mode, let's do this kidnapper's hideout. Should be able to do it this time, right? I don't know what to do. Can't do this. Why am I so bad at this game? Go away! Go away, Wolfman! Be gone! The moon's not out right now. Even if I almost killed him, there was like 3 other guys behind me. I was not going to be able to win. My good captain, a pet snake of yours, Alyssa, needs its head cut off. She's an invidious influence, and all the troops dislike her. We are in the business of killing snakes, not nurturing them in our bosoms. It makes me physically ill to hear her speak in that hissing manner she affects. I can scarce restrain my constant urge to kill her. I do so only because of my respect for you, but even that respect has limits. How do I get this the right to rule? You show respect for Australia, and the Pendor gods have led our troop wisely to many victories. I have noted your personal virtue as well, and you have gained my respect. I believe you'll make a fine king. With Australia's guidance, I shall be your strong right arm, my lord, so long as you are just and merciful to the people of Pendor. If rule corrupts you, I shall confront you with your sins, however, and punish you in Australia's name. I always want you at my right hand to advise me. You are my moral compass. Though I hail from Barclay, I know a few number of knights and lords of Pendor. It would take me a few weeks to contact them all, but I feel sure that with Australia's guidance, I can persuade them to join our cause. A few weeks, huh? Alright. Very good, you do that. Very well. Very well then, my good sir captain, for a little while. Yes, you show respect for me, despite your misguided dislike of the serpent cult. Perhaps you might make a good king of Pendor. You could hardly be worse than those who currently rule here. Would you then support my cause? I would. Moreover, I have a proposal on how I might help you attain your throne. But you recently sent Sir Roland off on a similar mission. Perhaps we should wait for a couple weeks to avoid drawing too much attention to ourselves. Hail, Mijin Kamana. What word have you of the wars in Pendor? They're endemic, sir. War would appear to be Pendor's national sport. I'm Hauptmann Frederick von Mettenheim, and I am the great swordsman of the Forlorn Hope Regiment of the Isle of Mettenheim. Mettenheim was invaded by Barclay while we were in the grip of a great famine. I accompanied the Count of Mettenheim, my general, to Pendor to secure trade agreements for food, and perhaps make an agreement for the lease of arable land. We have much to offer in trade, since our specialty is smelting and the casting of all things metal. Unfortunately, we were first shipwrecked, then those not drowned were massacred by a large band of snake cultists. I'm the sole surviving member of our delegation to Pendor. I cannot complete our mission here by myself, and have currently no way of returning to Mettenheim. Until the Count of Mettenheim, our ruler, learns from our lack of reports that something else happened, and sends another delegation, I must live by my blade. You'll find in Pendor no man equal to me in the wielding of a great sword, and few with more battle experience or knowledge of the tactics. My sword is Mettenheim forged and of a quality your Pendor smiths can only dream of. I suppose age and experience have a certain advantage. I'm the finest swordsman in all of Forlorn Hope Regiment, and you'll be a fool not to enlist me. I followed orders for many years before I gave them, Captain, and will do likewise with your orders to me. Which I can't take on any more hands. Well, I mean, if I have the money, I'll dismiss somebody. Hireling. $6,000. I don't have that much money. How much do I have? 4,186. Well, let's do a real quick arena. Oh, come on. Now I have the money. And I dismissed someone for you. Greetings there, Lord Captain. I am Julia, formerly of Janos. Well met, Julia. What made you move away from Janos? Long story, Lord Captain, but if you'll get yourself a drink and one for me too while you're at it, I'll be glad to tell you the tale. I am a twin. My brother is named Julius. My father... so much exposition. My father was a sergeant in the service of a noble house in Janos. He was a strict disciplinarian, hard on his men and harder on his family, especially on Julius and me. He drilled us with sword, crossbow, and spear, saying it was important that we be able to defend ourselves. After Lord Marius took the throne, my father came home less and less, explaining that his duties had increased. When he was home, he was surly and silent. Then, when Julius and I were 17, he began taking Julius with him on duty. Shortly thereafter, I found that the noble lady my father guarded was a serpent priestess. Dad and Julius were thugs who kidnapped innocent people for her purposes. When I confronted Julius about it, he tried to kill me. Our fight ended with Julius dead and me hunted by the Legionnaires for his murder. I fled Janos, hired out as a guard for a traveling merchant, and earned my living as a caravan guard. As a girl, I hated the drills my father put me through, curses hide, but now I'm grateful for them. Have you need for a skilled fighter? If you're looking for work, I can use experienced fighters. You won't regret taking me on, Captain. I'm deadly with a crossbow. I can hit a snake or a noble's black heart at 100 paces. Please let me make one thing clear. I take my orders from you, and you alone, not whatever noble you hire out to. Very good. Good to have you with us. That's good news. But I have to ask one last thing, Captain. I have to pay some debts here in Rain, and I always pay what I owe. Can you spare 800 dinars? Yes. You become cheaper if I take away the horse? You do. What's your strength? Oh wow, it's enough. Well then. You can just automatically put them in companions. Alright, who's the most expensive? Looks like Alyssa is, so we'll send you next. Hold on. Yes, indeed. I would begin to warm to your plans to rule. It would please me if you ordered the peasants to cultivate more vegetables, however, and showed some mercy to those who follow my goddess. I will allow freedom of religion subject to Pendor law. Sacrifice, however, must end. I do not know if I can guarantee support amongst the cult, but I will try to convince some of my friends if I may take some leave. Very good, you do that. O valiant one, you may have made a great mistake today. Who on earth would pay attention to anything a serpent priestess has to say? She's likely setting you up for sacrifice, not for the throne. Your opinion is noted. These people would grow up. Well, Centurion, you know my feelings about nobility, but you've done much to rid the Empire of that snake coat, and I think you'd do a much better job to that fool Marius were you the king. Mind you don't fall into the ways of the nobility, then. Would you support me? Certainly, Centurion. You know how Marius judged me guilty of murder and never gave me the chance to tell my side of the story. We've made it known that all men would receive a fair hearing before being arbitrarily sentenced to death by some lord. We common folk would love you for it. Of course I would give my subjects those rights. Well then, just give me leave for a few weeks and see how fast I can tell the common folk that you will rule justly and equitably, that your lords and commoners alike will be the one as one under your law. When they begin to speak of you as king, they'll begin to think of you as one. Very good, you do that. Very well then, Centurion, or Captain, for a little while.
If I wanted company, I'd have it already. That said, the company wouldn't look at all like you.
Why are you so rude and antisocial?
You'd not be very sociable yourself if you lived my life. I am called Diev. My parents were killed by mismounted raiders when I was only a babe. Members of a passing caravan heard me crying in my dead mother's arms and rescued me. The caravan master adopted me, and he and his wife were childless. I grew up in Rain, but I disappointed my adopted father because I had no aptitude for trade and less taste for it. I spent most of my youth in the back alleys of Rain, fighting and stealing and getting beaten for it by my father whenever he caught me. Once I was older, I took to hunting at the Lord's Preserve, sharing the game I killed with the poor in Rain. I decided there must be more to life than poaching, so I signed on to fight with the guard. We were ambushed one day, escorting my lord to the Points Book by a group of renegade knights, and all the guard were killed but me. My lord, who ran like a rabbit from the fray, accused me of deserting the guard during battle because I was the only one still alive. In truth, I was knocked unconscious and woke up surrounded by my dead mates, so he had me drummed out of the guard in disgrace. So here I am, looking for a commander who's not some effete noble prick, but a brave and honest warrior. I'll not fight under a noble's command again. Are you quite sure you won't turn tail when my troop gets into a fight? Get this, Captain. I'm no coward. I have skills with the bow you've not yet seen. I use my warhammer with lethal accuracy, and I'm a strong fighter. My sergeant said I was the best bowman in the guard, and I'd make sergeant myself someday if I kept increasing my fighting skills. Give me a chance, and I'll prove my bravery to you. Alright, you'll have your chance. I warn you though, falter even slightly in the battle and you're sacked. Look, Commander, will you pay my bill here? With my hunting, it's only 4,000 dinars. Very well, I'll pay it, but you best prove worth the investment. Hello, sir. Are you in need of a quartermaster skilled in all aspects of distribution and procurement of supplies? Perhaps. Are you a military quartermaster or a trader looking to change jobs? I'm primarily a trader, and my name is Leslie. A sad turn of events have me stranded here, and barely a dinar to my name and no way of returning home. Several months ago, my brother and I sailed from Barclay across the Western Sea. We came to Pendor to buy Nodor artifacts, the idea of making a profit by trading along the way. Our caravan was attacked outside Laria by a Jatu warband. My brother and our caravan guards were no match for the ferocity of the Jatu. I was the only survivor, and they took me prisoner, with overtly nefarious intentions. Shortly thereafter, the Jatu were vanquished by an adventuring company and I was freed. Now I'm stranded here with no money and no family to help me. Well, perhaps I could offer you work. Can you fight? Well, I'm not a soldier by trade, but I can usually discourage the odd lowlife who's too interested in my bodice. I'm a fast learner. I can ride, and I know trading and prices. You won't find a more conscientious quartermaster anywhere. Well, that's a start. I doubt your armor-covered bodice will provoke much interest. Good. I suppose you know that I aspire to be king of this land. You gave me the chance to prove that I am no coward, Captain, and my bow is at your service. If you can be fair to the people those lordly bastards consider riffraff, I will support you in your bid for the throne. Would you then support my cause? I surely would. The lords will cavil that you've no blue blood, but they bleed as red as you from a sword cut, and the common folk will be pleased with you. I had faith in you, and you proved me right. Allow me a couple weeks' leave, Captain. I'll stop and shoot a deer or boar at the Lord's Preserve on my way to Rain, host a fine dinner in the back alleys, and make sure the word gets out that you are the king who should rule Pendor. I'll drop a few hints in the merchants' ears while I'm at it, too. And that way, word will spread everywhere a Rain caravan can travel. Very good, you do that. Farewell then, Commander, for a little while. Greetings, sir. I am River Blackwolf of Laria. Doubtless you have heard of my name? Never heard of you. What did you say your name was? Really? Well, perhaps your ignorance can be forgiven. You don't look like a Pendorian, so I take you're a stranger in these lands. A pity. I am of a noble family which believes in equality between men and women. As per my family's ancient traditions, I intend to make a name for myself in the profession of arms. Unfortunately, the local authorities have little understanding of the warrior's code. They unfairly labeled me bandit and brigand and put a price on my head. I'm anxious to avoid any further trouble, so if you can tell me of a company of adventurers in which I might enlist, I'd be most grateful to hear it. I run such a company, and might be able to hire an extra blade. Good, I look forward to vanquishing your enemies and spreading the renown of both our names. Note, however, that as one gently born, I shall not be a maid, cook, or servant. I shall be your comrade in arms only, and I expect to be treated as such. Very well, I'm honored that you deign to join us, my lady. Excellent, before we depart, would you kindly lend me 1,500 dinars? I had to pawn a family heirloom here, and I would like to retrieve it before we leave. I need people with blunt weapons. Sir, Donovan is a sadistic little pervert who probably tortures puppies and pulls the wings off flies in his spare time. Wish you'd just get rid of him. Where does he get the right to issue orders during battle? You're the captain of this troop. He also threatened to whip me, and I was practically drooling at the prospect. He's a capable member. Stop picking fights with him. You had a contract with King Gregory to serve him for a certain duration. Your contract is now expired. What will you do? Renew the contract. Quest cancelled. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about. Well, my good sir, at last I found you. I've been out spreading the word about your claim and am now ready to rejoin the company. I was able to convince a few warriors to support our cause. Welcome back, friend. Nice. So I'm over the cat now. I don't know what you guys are, but I'll keep you in reserve. Why not? I would be pleased to advise you on matters which, not being a hereditary king, you may not understand fully. Being a king makes one the slave of the people rather than the reverse, and it is a great responsibility. I think you can manage it. Captain, Boadius is both patronizing and downright rude to me, and I must protest the fact that she calls me young ensign and silly boy. I'm aware that she claims to be queen of an island where women dominate. It's a pity courtesy was no part of her royal upbringing. If I do not tend her wounds, who will? Nice! Opened up with a lethal volley right there.
My campaign to the south really toughened up my characters. One wounded. Nice! We did it!
Thank you, sir, for rescuing me from those fiends. Did my brother and Ravensturn put you under their track?
Yes, I told him that I would find you. I advise you to return to your family as quickly as you can, and be careful on the road. With the retreat cut off, the Mist Mountain Raiders fall one by one to your determined attack. Their hideout and the ill-gotten gains are now yours. We did it. How long did it take me? Well, it's May 15th now. The game tells me how many days. It took me 50 days to do this. 54 to be precise. Well, my brother is home safe. I'm not sure what to do with him to protect him from future folly, but that's not your problem. Here's the rest of your reward. It's well earned. Thank you, Tran, and good luck in your travels.
Captain, I know you sometimes despair at the task before you and wonder if you can succeed. Keep a stout heart. Even in this evil world, good must ultimately triumph over evil. You must never give up the fight.
Very interesting. Thank you. I'll take that under advisement. Just went to go navigate my armors. Got a pep talk there. Didn't realize navigating my armor was such a big deal.
Yes, good sir. Well met.
1,000 dinars? I'm curious. So that'll be one population point. Not population, acceptance point. Extra taxes for this one, people. Excuse me, Captain. During our last fracas, I told Leslie, that utterly incompetent merchant, to hold the line and not go herring after a foe on her own. Her response to me was that I should insert my orders into an unmentionable location. I will not tolerate such disobedience again. Her back will stripe as prettily as any soldier's, Captain, and if she suggests again that I torture puppies for fun, she'll rue the day she opened her insolent mouth. So it reduced it by 2. And if I keep... So, yeah, I'm not... The only thing I'm getting out of this is a relationship with what's-his-face. The king. I guess I get some experience out of that. As if in a daze, you look around you with a sense of deja vu, recalling a dream you once had of conversing with a woman with long dark hair and almond eyes. The conversation was important, but not important enough to hang on long enough for me to read. My tactics increases by 1. You'll make a fine addition to my troop. With us, you'll find both protection and revenge. Captain, I must request a sum of 5,000 before I can join you, as I need to repurchase my horse from the market here. He's a fine steed, and I very much like him to buy him back. Certainly, Sir Knight. I feel the same way about my own horse. Here's 5,000 dinars. Good, give me a few moments to prepare. That's no 5,000 code horse. Here, you know, I've got a few more just like that right here. Right, anyways, he needs a better helmet. I was trying to send Boa this earlier, so let's see if I can finish sending her out. Then, Captain, I shall begin training troops on my fief, towards yours and my own greater honor against the day I lead to take back my throne. Lend you what aid I can when you fight for your throne. Bring me some time with the daughters of Persine. I would see what support I can raise for you. Very good, you do that. Farewell then, Captain, for a little while.
Ah, yes, good sir. Well met.
Just failed. That sucks. I barely got the move before, Oh, Tran, at last I found you. I've been out spreading the word about your claim and I'm now ready to rejoin the company. I was able to convince a few warriors to support our cause. Welcome back, friend. Okay, well, we'll move you guys up above. Wow, 210? Just how strong of the Serpent Priestess is.
Well met, friend. Pass in peace, and my men will not accost you.
red-nosed butt-belly captain. This one likes his wine and food far more than battle, I'd guess. And he probably has the gout. He also appears to have head lice.
I suppose you found me by following the trail of burning villages, eh? Well, my men were cold.
A fellow traveler as myself, looking for a warm fire and pleasant conversation. Looking for a warm fire and pleasant conversation.
Right. Well, it keeps running to Katya, and she's the daughter of the marshal, so might as well start wooing her. Hello, Tran. What brings you here today? May I have the honor of knowing more about you, my lady? I am the daughter to Duke Audemars, sister to Lord Odovakar, daughter to Lady Junita. Now, if you would excuse me. My lady, I would like to profess myself your most ardent admirer. Ah, you're too kind. That didn't work out. Now, it used to be that this was shatter a shield if it ever struck a guy blocking. I don't know why they ever nerfed it. That was the main draw of Mountain Blade, was just couch slants. Just crushing everybody to death. Maybe they fixed it up for multiplayer purposes, I don't know. Man, how many hit points do you get? Finally, I got my lance back. Nice. You're saving that. Fighting horse archers has always been annoying. That cretin in shining armor, so Roland, had the audacity to tell me to my face that he loathes me, my accent and all I represent. I have a little bit of serpent venom left and would greatly enjoy putting it into his ale. I promise only to poison him a little, just enough to teach him a lesson. Oh please, it would not harm him to spend an evening examining the contents of his stomach. Come on, die. I need my money. Yes! Oh, that's not much at all. Well, these people like me. My lady, I'd like to dedicate my most recent successes in the tournament to you.
Do you? Why, what a most gallant thing to say.
Farewell, Tran. Well, Centurion, or Captain, at last I found you. I've been out spreading the word about your claim and am now ready to rejoin the company. I was able to convince a few words to support a cause. Let's see here, I can't send Ensign out because he's not happy with Vodka, I think. I could send Sarah now that Alyssa's back. So you aspire to become a king, O valorous one? There are many tales and ballads of those who, through wisdom and military skill, ascended to the throne. I rather fancy the idea of being a king's court bard. Would you then support my cause? Assuredly, O valorous one. I shall see to it that ballads of your bravery and poems praising your goodness, generosity, and mercy circulate in every tavern in the land. That'd be helpful, thank you. My court bard to be. And give me leave for a few weeks, my gallant friend, and I will spin such tales of you as I inspire the dullest lord. The encomiums I bestow upon your virtues, compassion, generosity, and inclination at the state of Pendor will win their hearts. I may need to take a certain amount of poetic license with details, you understand. Very good, you do that. Farewell then, Captain, for a little while. Thank you very much for watching Tran Plays Prophecy of Pendor. I'll see you next time.